Everybody, just got to DeKalb, Illinois, and I'm about ready to head into my class. And wanted to take just a couple of minutes and talk about this book I just read by Michael Crichton called Next. Now, the very first page, before it gets into the story, Michael Crichton says that this book is fiction except for the parts that aren't. And that was pretty witty, considering the drop back of this book discusses genetics and the scientific outlay of the land, if you will. You're not sure what's real. You're not sure what's fake to a certain extent. And I think that was done intentionally. Well, I know it was done intentionally because Michael Crichton really wanted us to think about and really kind of decide for ourselves, do we have a good system in place when it comes to researching diseases and getting those products to market in a timely fashion. Now, that was kind of the serious side of the book, where he's delving into the morality, and exploring the dark side of the human nature concerning the genetics industry. There's scientists that are really trying to manipulate the laws so they have personal gain through wealth, but also through notoriety, that they're the first one to patent, part of the human genome, which I think, brings a little bit of scariness to the book. What are our scientists in America doing, or scientists around the world actually doing with the human genome? The book is funny in parts. It is a fast-moving book. The chapters aren't very long, but they're powerful. Each chapter makes a short little statement, about the plot and keeps things moving right along. I like that about Michael Crichton's book. He does that very well. The character development was impeccable. Some of the characters are very serious. Some of them are very funny. Others are just holding on to the life, daily life by the edge of their fingers and trying to get by. They're just trying to make it. It's complex issues that go on in families, and you compound that with the seriousness of genetics, and you have kind of a powerful combination. There's a monkey in this book, a chimpanzee, I should say, that knows how to talk, and he brings some comedic relief to the book. On one point, you got this idea that, human scientists can actually make a talking chimpanzee. But it's kind of serious, because it's like, well, what are these scientists playing around with in these laboratories? So it makes you think. There is a bibliography, which is different for a fiction novel, because Michael Crichton researched into genetics. He looked at books about the genetic world. He looked into news articles surrounding press releases, and you name it. It's covered in this book to one point or another. At the very end of the book, there's author's notes, a little section called author's notes, and that's where Michael Crichton gives his own opinion about the current affair of the genetic industry. He takes a swipe at the Bayh-Dole Act that was passed in the early 1980s and how that's hindering medical research and getting vaccines to market faster. I don't want to get into that too much, but just know that that's in this book. That Michael Crichton is taking a stance regarding this book. So it does affect the tone of the novel to a certain extent. But funny book. It has a lot of crime in it. There's a lot of drama. There's some gun-toting lawyers. There's the slickster lawyer. There's even a parrot that talks. And he doesn't just mimic human speech by repeating what he's heard. He actually conscientiously discusses, himself. This parrot does. He talks in the first person by using I. I want to do this. I don't want to do that. And it makes for a funny part of the story. So it's entertaining, fast-moving, deals with some realistic, heavy issues, so it can get it can pique your head a little bit. It can pique, your thoughts and get them percolating to what's right, what's wrong. Is this possible? Is this not possible? And makes for a good book. All right, so I hope you read it. Take some time out of your day and maybe go find this book. I found it at a thrift store. I'm sure you can find it on eBay real cheap, but good novel if you like that sort of book. I like Michael Crichton books, and he does the topic of genetics and the possibility of what could happen. All right, have a good day.